In this video, I'm going to teach you 5 things I wish I knew sooner. So I'm going to save you a fuckload of time and help you level up faster. So, hey G's, welcome back to Tyson's Alchemy. So, lesson number 1 I've got for you that I wish I knew sooner is that time is your most valuable asset. Now, you might have heard this before. Could be very cliche to you at this point, but until you fully understand how limited your time is, especially as you get older, you'll develop more and more responsibilities. Maybe you get a pet, maybe you develop a family, maybe you run a business. Your responsibilities shoot through the roof, and when you're younger, you're just pissing away time. You think you've got loads of time, you think you can play on games, hours and hours of playing online, doing random bullshit games that aren't going to serve you. You think you can go out and get distracted and party, and yes, you can do all these things. These are a part of life, I don't deny that. But I wish I learned sooner how valuable time was. I can think back to certain aspects of my youth where I actually enjoyed just spunking it away playing games. Now granted, I maybe shared some fun experiences with people, but man, if I knew the value of time a lot sooner, I would have shot up out the stratosphere ages ago. I'm in my 30s now and I'm doing well, but where would I have been if I'd locked in a little bit sooner and I knew the value of time? So basically what I'm trying to say to you is, time equals money. You waste all this time by looking into stuff, watching motivational videos, and not actually acting on stuff. Time equals money, okay? Your time is valuable, and the people with the big wealths and the big companies, they aren't wasting any time to the second their day is planned. To the second, they know exactly what they're doing because they know how valuable their time is. They don't have time for mundane distractions. If you want to level up, you need to start looking at your time and how you use it. And I guarantee if you reflect on the past 24 hours, there will be time that you've just spunked away, scrolling, looking at garbage, getting distracted. Remember, so time is your number 1 asset. Right, lesson number 2 is choosing your circle wisely. So when I was younger, I used to hang around with what I would describe as friends at the time, but I later found out are actually just useless fucking dickheads. You learn this the hard way, but I'm here to tell you, learn it now, so you don't need to waste a lot of time. There are some people in your life that are brothers to you and they will serve you very well, and there are other people in your life that are completely useless and just drain you of your energy. Now, if you allow this to continue, they will hold you back like a weight holding you down as you want to go fly. Some of your friends are not good for you. Some of your circle, it doesn't need to be your friends, maybe it's girlfriends, family. Some of them will either intentionally or unintentionally bring you down. They won't help you with your goal. They will zap energy from you. So you need to analyze your circle right now and think, do these people serve me and my mission? And if not, cut them out. Cut them the fuck out now. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, your goals, your ambitions, your mission. And if they aren't serving that in a positive way, whether it's you enjoy laughing with them and having fun, but they channel your energy in the right direction, if they're taking away from your ultimate mission, you need to cut them out because they're going to slow you down. They're going to drag you down like an anchor because you're still connected with them. So choose your circle wisely, because remember, you become like the people who are around you. Yeah, you become the sum of the 5 people who are around you. And if those 5 people are idiots, clowns, chatting shit, I don't know, just talking absolute waffle about gaming and random stuff and gambling, stupid shit, then that is going to seep into your mindset. Remember, you've been programmed all the time, not just by the media and the music, but also by your environment, what you grew up in. Yeah, remember I spoke in a previous video about epigenetics. Your environment will mold you, whether you like it or not. And you have to work really hard to avoid it seeping into your brain. So the best thing you can do early on is create your circle as best as you can. Maybe you don't have a lot of people to network right now, but if you know that some people are toxic and taking away your energy, limit that. Do as much as you can to create your circle, make it sacred. And like I spoke about previously, I didn't have anyone, so I had to isolate and consume things that gave me power. Okay? So lesson number 2 is be mindful of your circle. Lesson number 3 I wish I learned sooner is that discipline beats motivation. Motivation is very fleeting. Discipline is what will carry you forward. Now, when I was younger, I used to really love watching motivational videos. It's kind of what got me into the editing. I used to love kind of impactful, high energy music and motivational videos, people shouting at the camera and stuff like that. And as I've spoken about previously, I used to watch someone called Greg Plitt, who unfortunately died. And I loved the way he spoke authentically and real to the camera. I could really relate with it because I wanted to do great things. I didn't have that person in my life. And this guy was online saying, get to the fucking gym, stop being a pussy, you need to live your best life. So I could relate to that. And I'm sure you younger G's who now watch Tate relate to him saying a similar message. But what I learned as I got older was it's not enough just to keep watching the motivational videos. You can't just keep watching Tate videos and get motivated and then just drop back off because you haven't watched a Tate video in the past few days. It needs to become part of your routine. It's the discipline that will get you building up momentum and get you to that next level. If you're trying to stick in at the gym and build muscle, you can't just rely on the high energy music and the high motivational speeches and feeling good about it. You need to make it a doctrine for every day you turn up. Every day you're building, brick by brick, you're building that system, you're building that body to get better and better. Motivation will come and go. Emotions come and go all the time. Day and night it changes. Up and down, male, female, the polarity is always going to be there. You're going to have days where you don't feel like doing what you need to do. And that's why discipline is the cornerstone that will help you move forward and keep doing it. If you can turn up to the gym when you don't actually feel like going to the gym, that's where the results will be. If you just turn up whenever you feel like it, it's going to swing back and forward. It's going to be zero momentum. You're going to go through good phases and bad phases. And that's not how momentum works. You need to be disciplined. So take this note now. Choose discipline over motivation. Yes, program yourself with motivational people. Consume this, consume Tate, consume Greg Plitt, consume all the good things that make you feel full of fire. But even on the days you don't use them, you need to be just turning up, turning up, turning up. It's not even an option. Every day you brush your teeth, right? That's a daily discipline. Going to the gym should be just like brushing your teeth. You just go. If you're tired that day, you do something slightly less, but you went, the discipline is there, you've built the block. Lesson number 4, I wish I learned sooner, is that failure is your greatest teacher. I was trying to avoid failure like the plague when I was younger. In fact, when I was really young and I was trying to be a footballer, when I used to get shouted at by my coach, it used to break my little heart. I used to take it to heart and think, oh no, I'm not good enough, oh no. And really all he was doing, even though he was maybe doing it in a dickhead way sometimes, he was just giving me feedback. Good, positive, negative, bad, rubbish. And you've got to take feedback in your own life with failures like a machine, like an AI bot. If something doesn't work, reanalyze, go again. You lost a relationship and you messed it up, reanalyze, go again, move on to the next one when it comes. Don't get bogged down by your failures. Your failures are there to teach you something. Nearly every single person that's done something great with their life had to fail a million times. I've tried loads of businesses. I've tried all kinds. And not that they were all failures, but they obviously all didn't turn out to be the thing that took me to the next level. And there was a reason for that. There was stuff I was applying wrong. You're always learning. Just because you're not living the dream life right now doesn't mean you're a failure. But trying stuff and failing is very important. You don't learn anything by being safe. You don't learn anything by being comfortable. You need to fail. You need to push yourself. You know, using the gym as an example, when you're trying to push a heavier weight than you've ever lifted before, if you don't try and push that heavier weight, how do you even know you're ever going to get stronger? If you just keep doing the same weight all the time, you don't get stronger. You might look in shape, but if your goal is to get stronger and you don't lift heavier weights because you're too scared that you won't be able to lift it, then you're not going to get stronger. Well, that's how life works. You need to try some shit. And some things you'll be naturally good at and you'll be like, oh, that worked. And other things you're going to fuck up straight away and you're going to mess it up. But you'll learn a lesson if you can just do a little bit of self-analysing and think, right, where did I go wrong? How can I improve? Right, let's go again. But don't take them to heart. Failure is the greatest teacher if you look at it as a lesson. Every time you lose, it's a lesson. You don't actually lose. You actually grow if you've got the right mindset. But if you've got feeling sorry for yourself because it didn't work out, oh, I've got no money now, make some more money, bro. Millions of ways to do it. Oh, she left me. There's millions of girls out there, bro. Get a grip of yourself. Just get back to the fucking gym, get back to the drawing board and go again. Analyse the situation. Failure will get you to the top. Let me say that again. Failure will get you to the top. Fail your way to success. Okay? So don't be afraid of failing. Try shit. Doesn't matter if it goes wrong. You'll wake up tomorrow, the sun will pop up, you go again. And lesson number 5, the final one that I wish I had grabbed hold of sooner, is discovering your purpose. Now, obviously, as I've got to my latter years, well, I say latter years, I'm not dying, but as I finished my football career, it was really then when I started to wake up as to what the things I wanted to do. I always had an idea, but obviously football was kind of diminishing. I was realising I wasn't going to be the creme de la creme, the top of the top. And all of a sudden, all these creative ideas start coming to me, and all of a sudden it started to make sense. I know exactly what I need to do. I know what my purpose is. But you could figure this out now at your young age, 16, 17, 18. If you truly lock in and you give yourself a minute to meditate and you think about the things that you want to do with your life, you can figure out your purpose now. Not just money, 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 I need to make money, I want to get the money, and then I want to gamble, and then I want all the bitches. That's just generic shit that will fade. Yes, that's a nice little side product to success, but that's not purpose. What is it? What is your purpose? If you can figure it out now while you're young, you can then lock into your path, and then you shoot straight up. Because when you affirm and tell the universe exactly what you're going to do and who you're going to become, the door just opens right up and says, go on then, son, you know what you're doing. And opportunities come your way. But if you just go through life just generically like everyone else, just trying to make money, because everyone's trying to make money, you're not special. Some people do it at the job, some people try and do it online, some people try and do both. But if you aren't specific with what your mission is, your purpose isn't money. There's got to be something beyond that, where money can come in and be a product of your purpose. But what is your purpose? My purpose is to inspire people and teach people the art of self-hypnosis. Teach people how they can have more than what they are. That is my purpose. I know that now. That's why I'm teaching people. And to be handsome, you know, is. But what is your purpose? And try and figure it out early. Try and go through the little isolation process and figure it out. Because once you know, boom, you shoot off in the game and you're aware, and success will come your way because you can stick to the path and you follow what I'm saying and you follow what your inspirational idols are saying, but you have a path to follow. No purpose, you'll drift, you'll get lost, you'll get taken in by distractions. The devil will come wrap its little snaky arms around your neck and get hold of you. Okay, so I wish I learned that sooner. That's the 5th lesson. Develop your purpose, figure out what it is sooner. So I hope those 5 lessons are valuable to you. I hope you take it seriously and try and write down some of the things that you could apply from this. And if you do figure out what your purpose is, or you do try and figure out where these lessons can apply in your life, then let me know in the comments. Remember, you can join my Tyson's Alchemy group, hit the links down below and all that good shit. And remember, self-hypnosis is the key, boy.